With the Alpha headquarters looking like this, it's gotten me thinking of the worst. What I've been thinking was, what would the world of Animal Jam be like if one of the main lands got wiped out? Similar to what might be happening to Alpha headquarters right here. So that's what we're asking today. Which land is the least useful, the most dispensable? Hope you all enjoy. Starting in the most important land of them all, Jamat Township. The Jamat Township, if all of it got destroyed, we would be screwed because first off, we have every single clothing den and the Sapphire shop in here. And when I'm talking about these lands, I'm talking about Play Wild first off. The second thing is I'm not counting this little online menu, you could say, okay? This is from Jamar Clothing. So, if Jamar Clothing, the real store, got destroyed, you wouldn't be able to buy stuff from here. That means that Jamar Clothing is pretty important, okay? You wouldn't be able to buy most normal items if that was gone. The arcade, I guess you could probably live without because we got the games tab up here. The pillow room, I was kind of hoping that the pillow room got destroyed on Classic, but unfortunately it didn't. You didn't hear that from me, though. But the pillow room, I would be fine with losing. Alright, I'm joking a little. The pillow room's important, but it's not like it's game-changingly important. And we have Alpha headquarters here, which, I mean, it's already getting destroyed, or looks like it's in the process of getting destroyed. So that is not really that necessary. Okay, a contender for most useless land might be Appendale, though Appendale has gotten more useful over time. First off, we got the Claws and Paws here, which means pets. I know you might be saying, but Brad, you could buy pets at the Sapphire shop. Those pets are locally sourced from Claws and Paws. You wouldn't be able to make pets in just the Sapphire shop if Claws and Paws didn't exist. Okay? This is the pet store. All things pets are here. You got the pet toys and the pets and the pet clothing. So anything related to pets, like my poor little pets right here, they would get destroyed, or, well, wouldn't exist if this store didn't exist. The museum is completely dispensable. I don't care about it. Graham, however, might be pretty important. I mean, well, he would, like, evacuate before anything actually happens. But Graham sells the dinosaur eggs, remember? So that means that you wouldn't be able to make a dinosaur buy any of the pets and wouldn't be able to trade any fossils here. Appendale has gotten more important than what it used to be. It used to be just pets, but now it's gotten a little bit better. So I would say that's worth saving. Okay, Makahi. So I'm gonna say shops are sourced directly from here. Shops got introduced with this island back in 2019, and shops are pretty much integral. They're pretty much what you go here for, especially these specialty shops like this Crystal Mine shop and stuff. Yeah, I know the normal one's just in the Sapphire shop right now, but if that wasn't the case, it would be right here in Shoreline Decor. If Makawahi was destroyed, the second-hand resale market of sapphires would also be destroyed because no one would have my shops. That and Leilani, who makes pretty important new items, saves Makawahi from destruction. Ignoring everything about lore, Zios doesn't seem to have as much as expected. Again, we have the Chamber of Knowledge in here, which, again, is lore stuff, and even animal facts and books. We have the crafting lab on this game. We have Brady's lab on Classic. And if Zios was destroyed, that means that there would be no crafting, which would be pretty disappointing. I mean, we have this game, but that's about it. It's quite interesting to think. Maybe Zios is the one that should get destroyed. Who knows? I would say based on crafting alone, Zios at least has a chance right now compared to some of the other lands that we're going to talk about later. Alright, it's time to get controversial. Crystal Sands is almost useless, feature-wise. The Juice Hut doesn't really do anything. It's not like they sell items there. And we have Pet Expeditions. Pet Expeditions is the only thing that is super important about Crystal Sands. It's the only thing that people go to Crystal Sands for. And while I love Pet Expeditions, are they really game-changing? Are they really insane enough that it should save a whole land from destruction? I'm not sure. Let's keep searching for an answer. Okay, so Coral Canyon. I think this one thing right here, without even looking at anything else, saves Coral Canyons. Well, first we should talk about the den shop, because right here, this is where every single den comes from. So that's important. But the Shop Explorer, this is pretty important. It's almost like eBay, you know? So basically, what would happen if eBay was knocked out? That would not be a good thing, would it? This would also destroy the art studio. And I went to the Phantom Vortex. It would also destroy the art studio, which means all types of masterpieces would also be not possible to be created. Because, yes, technically it's in here. I'm not counting that. Serapia Forest is a little weird. First off, we got the Eco Shop here, which sells eco items. While it is a fun feature, I don't think the Eco Shop is important enough for it to save a whole land, so let's keep looking. We also have walls and floors here. If this was the flag shop like on Classic, okay, it's not really useful. But it's walls and floors. It sells every wallpaper and floor in the game nowadays. It used to be all in jam art, but now it's in here. So without this, your dens would look boring. We also have the dinosaur grow-up machine in here, which if Appendale didn't exist, this machine would be useless, but because it does exist, I would say this machine is almost, it's very important, because what would be the point of getting a dinosaur? It would just be another pet without growing it up. So I would say this machine alone is saving Serapia Forest from being destroyed. And we also got Albert. I mean, he's fun. He's not the most useful feature on Earth, so it's not like it's anything worth saving. You might be asking, what here is in Mount Shavir besides the Cocoa Hut? And I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? The Cocoa Hut is here, and it's the only little tent shop, because who would go up to this tall mount? But then you remember that the Phantom Dimension also exists, and Mount Shavir is probably the most important land in the Phantom because of the Flob that would be right here. Flob gives you so much stuff. Phantom coins, potions, gems. He gives you items. He's probably the best way to get Phantom coins depending on who. Mr. Flob, I think, will be who saves Mount Shavir today. Alright, Kimara Alback is a contender. Before 2021, when alphas were introduced, Kimara Alback probably had the least amount of features. It has the hospital, which you could say, if this was like the real world, would be pretty important, because, you know, people need to go to the hospital. But we also got the Alpha Explorer right here. I would say if the Alpha Explorer got destroyed, alpha items wouldn't work anymore. Because, I don't know, they have like a little tracker tag or something on them, or something like that. So alphas wouldn't exist. Are alphas the biggest, most important feature of the game? No, but they are important enough for people to absolutely love them. So I would say, let's keep looking. Unfortunately for the dinosaurs, I feel Mesoterra might be the most useless land. We have a den you can only buy here, but it's only one den. And compared to Den Depot, it wouldn't be a scratch in the den market. We also have some cosmetic shops which just sell some dinosaur related merchandise, you know, like a tourist spot. You could say that the little mini game here is important, but at the same time, it's not like it gives a bajillion items. And other than that, there's barely anything to do here. And this just shows based on how many people are actually here. There's only one other person here with me. There's only one other person here with me, which means that, yeah, it's proving that Mesoterra might be the most useless land in Animal Jam. Forgot to mention, you need 2 other lands to get into Mesoterra in the first place. First off, you need Appendale to get the eggs and excavate them. Then you need Serapia Forest to grow up the dinosaurs and turn them into playable animals. So without either of them, this would make this almost impossible to get into Mesoterra, especially without Appendale. What's your opinion? What do you think the most useless land in Animal Jam is? Personally, I'm gonna say it's Mesoterra. I would say a close second place might be Kimara Alback because, let's be honest, alpha items aren't game-breakingly useful. But what do you think? Leave them in the comments, and, well, I wonder what's gonna happen to this room right here. I mean, it is covered by smog outside, and you usually aren't even able to get in here without going from another land. So, who knows, maybe we will see destruction of something in the near future. Anyway, if you like my content, then why not subscribe? And with that, this is Brad Stormer, storming out.